Conversation.
And back online, you got the opportunity to answer it again without asking me a question back. At an independent national body, why did they clear Dillian Whyte to fight? That's it. You haven't got to say anything back to me. Just answer the question.
I told you, I don't know the answer to that. That's why we lean on promoters, commissions, fight fans,
buddy.
news reporters to give us the information.
But I'm not the agent. I can't tell you why he was cleared. I'm telling you he was cleared. That's it. So how is it my fault that an independent agency, a governing body, cleared him to fight? You can't say to a fighter, "Oh no, you're not fighting because I'm a promoter and I know all about levels and doping and physicians." I don't. That's for the experts. This was an expert panel that dealt with the evidence, not boxing scene stories. The evidence. The evidence was presented. It's effectively a court of law, right? So if a guy goes in and commits a crime and he goes into the court of law and he's found innocent, you don't go to the guys, well, what happened? You know, ultimately, speak to the governing body, speak to these people. So what I'm saying to you is, a lot of this, the criticism towards me, and I understand some of the things you're saying. This wasn't an easy situation. In fact, this was a situation I've never dealt with before. Yeah. It was a nightmare. But we followed the exact...
Well, Big Bay Miller.
No, but this was different. Okay. This was a situation where, 36 hours before a fight, you get this information. You have to follow a process. The process was followed, and he was cleared to fight.
Well, what happened?
Do I agree with that? Do I agree with that process? I don't know. What I'm saying
is... You have to have an opinion on the process.
I'm happy with how the process was dealt with in terms of he was given his chance to present the evidence through VADA mainly, okay, which he was extensively tested for the whole duration, and I'm very sure that the truth will come out in full. I don't know what that end result will look like, but what I can tell you is protocol was followed.
Okay.
Right? Like to the dot. It wasn't like we created this panel, right? And we went in and we created this matchroom panel.
Well, that's the narrative right now. The narrative is like...
but have a brain.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, this is a proper... Do your research about UK.
So what's the timeline on the findings?
Again, that right now is Dillian Whyte, his legal team to deal with. When these findings come out, we'll see what happens. All I'm saying is right now, let it come out, because everybody just, like, the stick he's getting already, and maybe it's deserved, who knows? But right now, no one's even prepared to wait to find out the truth. Well, I don't know what the truth looks like.
Well, if you look at the semantics of it, Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao fought. They don't have a legal team right now to defend themselves. So what I'm saying, so the point I'm making is, if Dillian Whyte has a legal team currently to defend himself, there's something in the air looming.
No, he employed a legal team. I mean, is that the most ridiculous question? That's the worst question I've ever had.
No, you're always going to say that, Eddie. No. What I'm saying is,
don't ask me.
Typically, fighters don't have a legal team.
Obviously, when they have to present information to a panel and deal with a character assassination, of course you have a legal team.
So the point,
by the way, do you think Manny Pacquiao doesn't have a lawyer?
So
do you think Keith Thurman doesn't have a lawyer?
But they're not defending a steroid case at the moment.
No, because they don't do VADA testing. Because they don't do VADA testing.
But
you've gone quiet. Go on, next one.
Okay.
All right.
Think about the next one.
Eddie. Yeah.
I know, I do it every time, mate. Listen, he spends
his
his whole life giving me stick, this guy. And every time I interview him, I spank him everywhere. I pull his trousers down and I say, "You naughty boy, you naughty boy." And he still comes back for more.
Why would you want to peel another man? Why would you want to peel my trousers down?
Because you got a nice butt.
Your friends do that.
You got a nice Tommy Coyle.
Your friends do that.
You saw it on Instagram.
I watch everything.
You saw my bum.
I watch everything.
Do you like my
job
bum?
is to watch everything.
Do you like my bum? I've got another question for you. Do you like my bum?
No, I'm very alpha. I'm very alpha.
Okay. Let's shift gears. Let's shift gears for a second.
If you're defending, you're losing. That's what they say.
Hooker Ramirez.
Hey!
Right back to what we're here for. Both guys look